one here, we can see this is for the Food Network, and just scrolling down, having a look at the document, there's 2 pages shown here, and it continues, the table continues on the second page. So for this one, I'm going to be showing you how to set up a multi-page template. So again, we do Setup with Wizard. We're going to select our supplier, and it's Food Network. And we're going to click Create.
And if I had a template set up for this as a single page, would it recognize it as a multi-page, or would I have to set up 2 different templates?
You would have to set up 2 different templates. So once you have one single page template created for a document, if you get more single page templates, or sorry, single page documents in from that supplier, it should match to that single page template that you created. But in this case, we've gotten a multi-page document in, and there was obviously no multi-page template created for this supplier. So it will go into your new documents, and you would just have to go in and create the template on it to move it out to new documents. And again, the same as with the single page documents, if you get another multi-page document in, the system should know to match it to this template.
Okay.
So we can see the system's picked up that it's an invoice straight away. So I'm going to highlight the logo for how do we know this is from the Food Network. Again, we have this optional one here. We'll skip that for the moment. So get rid of order number just to see. Okay, so the invoice to the right is correct. The system is picking up that this is the invoice date, which is correct. You can see here that, like I was saying, there's a keyword and a direction, and then what we're picking up. And with this, it's just this I symbol here because we're looking in this exact location for this information. If you think that the supplier would move this up or down or to the left or to the right, it'd be good to delete that selection and use your keyword. So then we'll look for the word date and then look to the right when we find that word.
Okay, so I should just generally try to have a key so it never goes, so the documents don't go into alerts and to save problems.
Yeah, if it's not possible, if there's no keyword, don't worry about it. If the supplier keeps that information in the same location consistently, it shouldn't cause any issues.
Okay.
So we're going to move on now to our table. So we'll go for our quantity, which is over here. So again, I'm doing it the width of this column here, and I'm going to go down. I'm going to go down to the bottom of the page. Reason being is if the supplier was to put more line items on this first page, we'll capture them.
Okay.
We don't have a part code, so we'll skip that and go to description. You can see here that I just need to determine the width of the box. The system knows to keep the same height as the other box that I drew. So you just need to, once you have one done for the table, you just need to determine what width they're going to be. So we do the same with the unit price and with our value. And we can see the system has tried to pick up figures in here, but it's not picked up anything. So I'm just going to delete these because these are going to be on the second page. And we'll go back up and into the second page. So on the second page, you need to do the invoice table and invoice bottom. So we'll select this quantity. You'll need to draw the box again. It won't remember to keep the same width as the same width as the first page. But we'll go down as far as this line because we can see our totals are starting down here. You see the way it looks as though it's deleted the first selection.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that. If I refresh the page and go back into the invoice table, you can see it actually was keeping both selections.
Oh, okay.
So we'll go on to our description. And that's happened because I refreshed the page, so it should be grand from now on. So you see the way it's not automatically moving on to the next selection now since I refreshed the page?
Yeah.
If that does happen, if you come up here and click on this toggle wizard mode, it will jump back up to the very first selection. But if you then go back down to the selection that you want to be on, when you finish that, it will move on to the next one.
Okay.
So now we're going to do our totals. So we have our subtotal. So we're going to grab subtotal and go to the right. And we have subtotal, looking to the right, and we picked up the correct value. You can also draw the box this way. So if you do VAT to the right and just elongate the box out to the right, the system will still, or should still, pick up this figure here. So we'll have our keyword as VAT and we're looking to the right. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Perfect. And then again, we'll do total due to the right. And just double check that that's correct. So we're going to double check our supplier rules. Approval required is switched on. Processed by nominal ledger. We have a nominal ledger in here for food costs. That's perfect. And this time I'm going to click finish template from within here.